Hi, I'm Ralph Cole Jr., and I'm very happy to play the role of KK in Jules Stewart's upcoming K-11 feature, Provocative, opening March 15th.
The reason we are here today is to talk about K-11. Oh. Jesus, I don't know how to feel about this movie. I should be scared, but excited or on the edge of my seat. Fill us in on the entire, spiel of K-11.
Well, K-11 is a very gritty prison drama, and it takes place in the Los Angeles County men's section of the jail known as K-11. It is based on a true story.
So there's a such thing called K-11?
Yes, there is.
Wow.
And that section houses transsexuals, homosexual inmates, drug addict inmates, special personality inmates that might have a harder, more dangerous time on the main line. Mm-hmm. So they put them in K-11 as a sort of perhaps haven for them away from the really hardcore mainline guys. But K-11 is no joke either.
They don't play around.
And within K-11, there's a whole infrastructure and a hierarchy. And it is very cutthroat and very dangerous in K-11 as well. So to say that you're in K-11, yes, you're being protected from the main line, but you really need to hold your own in K-11 too. And it is really gritty and to the point. And we filmed it at Sybil Brand Institute, which is here in Los Angeles. It's a defunct prison.
So that means it's no longer active?
Yeah, no longer active, but it's used for movie sets and TV shows.
That's exciting.
That's what made it haunting, because we weren't on just a fabricated movie set. We were in
real.
the
This
real.
Is something tangible that you can touch and see. And
right. They had to power water. I mean, they had to plumb water into the building because the building had no water yet. There were drips from the ceiling. So that was always a little off-putting.
What do you mean?
There is kind of water in here, and it's actually dripping on my head, and I'm standing next to a toilet, so it's all kind of just nasty.
Where does your character find herself in all of this craziness?
Well, she patterns herself a famous hairdresser and feels that she's a little bit better than the other inmates because she has goals. And she knows that when she gets out, she's going to be able to be a hairstylist for the stars. She likes looking good for what you can do and for what you have at your disposal in prison. But we were very creative with what we had in prison to make ourselves become that look. Because in this world, everyone in this world, there's no real woman in this world.
Oh, yeah.
It's all male. But when you see the population, it's like, because there are breasts.
I know. I saw the trailer. I was like, what? Jesus, what?
It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I want to bring up just real briefly about transvestism and transsexualism, because there is a difference. Wow. Transvestism is a man that likes dressing in the opposite sex's clothing.
Gotcha.
Transsexualism is actually having the operation, yes,
gotcha,
and ingesting hormones to create the breasts and to start softening the features.
You learn something new every day. I had not a clue. I didn't even know that even existed as a word.
Well, see, yeah, I in my career, I've played different facets of gay man, woman, man playing woman, man transitioning to becoming a woman. So, and they're just fine lines with all of that. And that's why a transsexual, to call them a faggot or a homosexual is inaccurate and insulting, because that's not what they are. And I did a play about this, a wonderful playwright named Gary Lennon, who happens to have a play running now called The Family Thing at Echo Theater Company. He really defined it well in his play of two cross-dressing, two human beings that wanted to be the other sex. One was a woman going from woman to man, and the other one was from man to woman, and their journey about why that was real for them.
Speaking of the overview of your career, you have done some amazing things with, Dirty Talk, Desperate Housewives, Scrubs, the list goes on. Now, looking back at all the characters that you've played, if you could pick one, which one of your characters do you think would come out on top in K-11?
I would think my comedy roles. And I'm thinking of one show in particular, Rodney, where I got to just totally, for camera sitcom, where I got to totally be myself. I was myself, just Ralph, funny, flamboyant, and wild. And it's kind of the character that takes over in K-11. I'm not quite so flamboyant in K-11. I am bigger than life, but the through line is the confidence that my characters have.
I can't get enough of you. I need to like be able to follow you somewhere on like Twitter or Facebook. Do you have a Twitter?
Okay, yeah, my Twitter handle is Ralph Cole Jr., RalphColeJr. And I'm also on Who Say at Ralph Cole Jr.
I need to get a
Who Say? No, She Said. That's Who Say. All right.
She said.
That's going to be our version. She Said. And Facebook, Ralph Cole Jr. Thank you.
Thank you again, man.
Okay, you're very welcome, Ruba. Thank you.